You know, whenever a mirror is involved in any kind of game whatsoever, there's always that one statement that we always go to. But instead of a statement today, I'd rather ask a question. Hey Lakitu, are you looking good? Anyways. Hello guys, what is up? I am Lee121. Welcome back to my casual Let's Play of Super Mario 64. Last time, we almost finished up everything in Snowman's Land in a... looks like an empty panel, when in reality, it's actually a portrait in the mirror. And I'm staring in the portrait in the mirror. Okay, I'll stop. It's funny because I actually recently just been listening a bit more Michael Jackson, so fitting. And it's also fitting that in this episode we'll finish up Snowman's Land and move on to watery pastures again. Man, it's like as though this game has something with water and ice. If you guys are hyped for more Super Mario 64 on the channel, of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for content if you're new, and of course, ring that bell to notify anytime I upload on the channel. With that said, let's yahoo our way into there and get back into the igloo, because if you remember last time when I did collect 100 coins, I purposely missed something in that igloo. For those who keen eye, you probably have spotted it, and that's what we're going to be grabbing today. With that said, at the moment, at least, I don't have any co-comms, but I'll be honest, mostly today I want to talk about one thing and one thing only. Also, if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, if I do that... Yeah, there we go, the perfect spot to literally get to the spot where the igloo is. So, if anyone wants to have a guide, go ahead. I mostly just want to talk about my play history of Mario, because... Yeah, we've been talking all about Mario from other people, but to be honest, I haven't actually talked about my history of Mario. And yeah, there's this game, there's so many other games, but to be honest, my Mario history is very vast, and I dare say that as someone who has pretty much played video games all their life since the age of 4.5. By the way, that was a quick start game to say the least. Oh yeah. Anyways, to explain it all, as I head over to a new world, I started playing Mario with a voice crack, apparently. Well, then again, I probably had a lot of voice cracks when I was young, at the age of 4.5. I remember my very first Mario game I've ever played. If I'm not mistaken, it was Super Mario Land. That was actually part of a 28-in-1 pack. For those who remember my Spawn Let's Play, I did mention that Spawn was the first game in that 28-in-1 game pack. Super Mario Land was number 5, and that was pretty much what I mostly played for a lot of my life. Anyways, Wet Dry World's our new world. I'm gonna have some shocking aerolifts. You might also notice that the water is high. That's because last episode there was a toad that mentioned that if we jumped high into the portrait, the water level will rise up. And as you can see, some of the enemies are actually rising up in the background. These are the water skitters? Yeah, these guys have had a lot of redesigns over the years. Anyways, back to what I was saying, as I actually now think about it, I need the water a little bit lower. So we have these, what do you want to call these, pyramids? To lower the water level down? So I'm gonna do that. And, Super Mario Land was mostly what I played, alongside Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. For those who remember those two Let's Plays, I'll probably put them in the late, cards somewhere. But that was why I played for most of my life. I wasn't really good at those games. I mostly just played out of the whim. It was cartridges that my brother owned for quite some time, most of his life, I remembered. And yeah, as I said, I played a lot of Mario back in the day, just not really that good at those games at all. I remember still kind of sucking at trying to play these. That was until maybe about the age of 9 when I finally beat my first Mario game, and that was Super Mario Land. I remember getting to World 4-3, seeing, who's the villain in Super Mario Land again? Was it, Samosa? No, not Samosa. I know the land is Sarasa Land. But I forgot the evil villain there, but all I know is that I remember beating him. And honestly, I was very excited. I remember oh wait, was it the church that I beat that game? I think it was. Now that I think about it. I had a Game Boy Color at the time, for those wondering. I remember beating that game for the first time, and I was super excited. And as someone who was kind of a, very playful kid, I remember the day, like any other day, where I was just running around like crazy in excitement. I was like, yeah, I finally beat a game for once in my life. And that would have been it. Until I finally beat Super Mario Deluxe. Oh, what was it? I think the age of 12? Or 13? Around at the end of my primary school days. That was kind of where my Mario... Like, that's where I kind of got my training in platforming. Of course, in the 2D space. I never actually had any experience with 3D until... Oh... Let me think. Maybe... Oh, when was the first time I played a 3D Mario game? I know it's Super Mario 3D World. At the age of 18, I remember it was in a gaming arcade. And no, not really those arcades that you're thinking of. It's more so as I go to the top of the town, which is literally wants me to go to the top of the town. I remembered it was some sort of like arcade with all the classic controllers. Well, I say classic. Back in the days, we considered those classic. Well, then again, were they really classic? Wii U, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I think all those consoles were there at that, Oh no, it was a rental gaming, place. Never mind. I just remembered. But that was the very first time I played the Mario 3D game. Yeah, probably Mario Party 8 had some 3D aspects, but I'll be honest, I mean, the 3D aspects were still minimal, so... Hang on, just realized. There we go, that looks a lot better. Oh. There we go. Actually, Mario's view actually makes it a lot easier to do that walk. But yeah, 3D experience was not as strong for me, which is why it took me forever to understand perspectives in 3D Mario games, especially 3D games in general. I think you guys already know how my first Sonic game that I ever beat... Wait, no. First 3D Sonic game I ever beaten was Sonic Unleashed. My first 3D Mario game I ever beaten, if I remember correctly, Super Mario 64. And it was on keyboard on an online emulator. Anyway, Secrets of the Shells of Sky, we did hear about a Toad talking about like how if we go to certain areas or hit certain blocks, there will be numbers. Those are secrets. And we're gonna find that in this level. Anyways, back to the conversation. Back to the 2D, actually, the 2D conversation. One thing I failed to mention about 2D, my 2D experience is that when it came to 2D Mario, I also had Super Mario Land 2, I also had Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land, I even had Wario Land 3. Now, at the time, I didn't have much experience with Wario Land 1, Super Mario Land 3, because the cartridge itself was kind of bugged, where sometimes it often would not read properly on my Game Boy Color. Even my Game Boy Advance SP, when I made the switch. But even then, those were games I played a lot. I never beaten those games on console, but of course I did later once I finally got into... I want the level order to be down, actually. But of course I beat them a lot later in my life through emulators when I finally got the time to do it. You guys already seen those playthroughs, of course. And at this point, I think everyone probably can figure out my channel to an extent. And yes, I am indeed a channel that's all about childhood. As someone who has played the games a lot at a young age, I've always been fascinated with how games work, let alone like how games play. Now, granted, back in the days, I was very one-dimensional. It was either Sonic, Mario, or some weird game that no one knows about. Roadster 30, I'm definitely looking at you for that. And in terms of, like, understanding the world around me in terms of games, I had not much. I've never played Super Smash Brothers. Yes, that's actually as hard as that to believe. Anyways, those skaters walk on the land if there's no water below them, if I was wondering. I never played Final Fantasy. I never even played a Zelda game. Because not only I mean, at the same time, it wasn't only just because I never had bothered to try all those games. It's just that I never had any exposure. Most of the games I played, anyways, the secret one. Most of the games I played as a kid were Flash games and PC games. I'm sure everyone knows about my playthroughs of PopCat, my visual podcasts, and those of the like. PopCat honestly was my childhood. if anyone asks me how I started out with my gaming prowess, it was those games. So, my experience with anything retro-based was very minimal, if not non-existent. It was to the point that I knew to myself when I grew older, okay, if I want to be a Let's Player like this, I need to have at least more respect for the genres around me, and not always say that, oh, you play Final Fantasy, oh, you suck, that is a terrible game and franchise. It would just didn't fit. So, that's why I set out to do this channel. It was not only just to show off my childhood, but also to dive into genres I've never touched in my 23 years back at the time of Let's Play. I wanted to garner respect for genres that and game franchises that set the stage for what would be, I don't know, I would say a multitude of genres that I think everyone can appreciate. Whether you're an RPG person, a puzzle person, a platform person, as I've talked about many a time, or any of the like. Which is why you guys always see me try out new games that I've never heard before. And also why I often like to go around like channels, like YouTube channels or Twitch channels where they let's play games. Because I always am curious to see what could suit my fancy. Anyways, I'm gonna use these, what do you want to call these? Honestly, I don't even know these enemies of these, the enemies of these names? The aims of these enemies, excuse me. To get up there. But anyways, back to what I was saying, that's why I play games like Anti-Chamber, Portal 1, Portal 2. Well, of course, those are a lot less niche, because I know most of the masses would recognize those kind of games. And I guess, what else have I played that I know for a fact is, like, can be a bit niche next then? Well, I have a Let's Play coming up that I actually want to do that is also kind of niche. I just don't want to say it yet, because that'll be spoilers. Spoilers! But yeah. But in terms of platforming, I've always loved, like, you know, the aspect of, like, moving around in a 2D or 3D space, getting to areas to complete missions, quote-unquote. And just having fun with it. Oh, actually, what does the sign say? I've been skipping the sign a bit. Sometimes you pass through a corporate... Oh, it's just talking about the secret point again, yeah. So this is kind of your clue to say, hey, we want to know what we're talking about when we say secrets? There you go, buddy. Anyway, let's get this Chuckster. Oh, that was close. And there's our coins. I am missing 11 coins. Is there maybe one around there, per se? No, I don't think so. I get coins. Oh! I mean, there's that, but I know for a fact that's not enough. Damn it, enemy I have not killed down there, if I had to guess. In fact, you know what? Let me up the water level and see if I can find something there. So, yeah, when it came to Mario 2D platformers, I was a beast. I then later beaten the Lost Levels version of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, for those wondering. That's kind of how I was able to do my speed run. And of course, guys, those who know me, I do hold world records on that. I do hold a world record on that game. So, and that's kind of the reason why. Also, am I Fubard? I feel like there's more to around here than meets the eye, but I might be incorrect. Oh, that's the bomb. Oh, there's more coins. Okay, then no, that I definitely have enough. To finish up the point, anyways, I always always loved trying out new things, and that's kind of why I finally got into Super Mario Bros. 2, 3, and World. World being my last one, because honestly, I've never really played or seen much of that game. To the point where I'm just like, I mean, maybe I'll play it, but maybe not anytime soon. Eventually, I would finally play it and realize, okay, it's actually a pretty good game. The mysteries of wet and dry, and where does the solution lie? The city welcomes visitors with the depth they bring us the answer. That is kind of a hint to where we're going later, which is right over there. But for now, this is our final secret, which spawns a star, but more importantly, this secret spawns a lot of coins. And that gives us a 100 coin star. No, there are not 104 coins in this level. There's actually way more, as you'll see later. But as I swim to the star, now you guys are kind of understand my history with Mario. Like, it's quite vast. And whilst my 3D experience was not great, that's why I bothered to try and play Super Mario 3D All-Stars. 3 games that I've never played before, well, one of which I played because Super Mario 64, but of course never with a controller. Eventually I did beat Super Mario 64 100%, I did beat Super Mario Sunshine 100%, yes, with blue coins for those wondering. And more importantly, I did beat Super Mario Galaxy 100%. At that point, I realized to myself, you know what? If I'm going to be diving into such games, that's why I want to try out other games besides just Mario and Sonic. But that's it. Let's do Express Elevator. Hurry up! It's actually a good thing I did load up the water level all the way up. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind. I want the water level I should have locked down. There we go. But yeah, for those wondering why I've always wanted to try Final Fantasy, why I've done some other weird games like that, that's why. And that's how I kind of understood Among Us, Golf with Your Friends, all the multiplayer games I've done as well. And it also helps that I watch a lot of other channels who have done a variety of games. So, you know what? Let this be a lesson to you. If ever you're concerned about, you know, if the games you play would weird out people around you, don't worry. You'll be surprised how many people will all of a sudden say, hey, you play those games? That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble! Okay, no, I'm not bad in trouble. Good I don't have a hitbox when I'm in that state. Let me think. I'm not gonna get up there, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use the toy, what do I want to call these guys? I don't even know the enemy name, honestly. But what I do want to do is make sure they're facing this way, so that I can... Really? So that I can get up there. There we go, much better. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in trouble. I am in deep trouble. I am in deep trouble. Okay, good. Collect those coins. Never be concerned with what games you play in the past. You'll be surprised at the community that around you there actually be saying like, hey, I actually played this game as well. I mean, I gotta say, you can say that's kind of why Undertale has so much love. They kind of just started with a dream, and all of a sudden, the same person who made those games is part of Game Freak, one of the biggest companies in the world. So yeah, never be concerned about what you play. With that said, I've kind of talked enough about my history. It's fine to get a star in the Express Elevator, which definitely did hurry up. Oof. I mean, Wet Dry World doesn't seem all that bad. I know some people have look at this as like, oh no, not another water level. In all actuality, it's actually not that bad of a stage. With that said, go to town for red coins. Now, you may think yourself what town you're talking about. We saw the sign earlier that talked about those who go into the depths are welcomed by visitors. Or are welcomed as visitors. Well, let's head up to the cannon that we opened on the second star, or the first star. And we're going to launch ourselves towards that area. So with that, I think I want to do... That looks about right. Oh, actually, maybe... Oh, perfect! I do want to get a bit of air, though, before I do that. And I'm going to swim all the way down. Now, you could do this with the water level lowered. The only problem is it's going to be a bit of a hassle getting up to that cannon, which is why I did start my way up there. Remember, casual, doing it the easiest way possible. Now, right here, you want to be careful. The way to lower down the water level is actually right next to where you exit. Down here. And this will allow us to kind of explore this area a lot better. There's a switch there. What? I didn't know there was a switch. What's this? It's like sort of blocks to let me move around. Maybe here? Huh? What did they switch to? That's how I'm going to find out. Anyways, let me kind of just finish up the point I was trying to say. Also never be fearsome to try like new things, new games out, because you'll be surprised what genres that you actually like. And trust me, as someone who never played 3D at all for most of my life, I was surprised. I'm surprised that now thinking about it back then, that I really enjoyed Portal 1 and Portal 2 when I played it. Then again, there's also a bit of a puzzle involved with it, so that's also probably why I enjoyed it. I believe it's a one-up block, but I was curious. Let me just... Oh, that was accidental. I do want to get up there, but I was wondering... Actually, hang on, let me do this. There we go. A bit easier if I just go to the tippy top of that. There are blocks around here that do garner red coins, which is why I'm doing that. Of course, some blocks are a bit harder to grab than others. Case in point. Although, these ledges are actually easy to go through. You can kind of just backflip over them. In fact, I think if you can backflip, there we go. Barely just hit that block up there. And now just backflip up to there, and there's your red coin up there. But yeah, try new things. You'll be surprised what you enjoy. And trust me, there are certain franchises I was surprised that even now. I was like, wait, I actually played that game? Or played that genre? What? Wait. Why is there a metal cap up there? I didn't even notice that. Metal cap for what? Oh, I guess it's just for you to try and access that switch down there, but I don't see if redundant considering you can kind of just swim your way down there. Anyways, red coins. We got 6 of them. We got 7 of them, and I think the last one should be down... Whoops. Should be down here, if I'm mistaken. No, that's not where it was. I still don't know what that switch did, to be honest, though. Let me see if I can find it before... No, it's not here. Don't see anything disappearing here. Maybe it's upstairs, so they want me to do... that, maybe? Oh. Okay, maybe here. Wait. Are you the one? Ah, okay. Then I know why that switch is there, then. And I'll explain that in a moment, but first, where is this last red coin? Actually, I can't know where it is. I'll jump through between these two. Careful about the fire chomp, and bingo. There's a last red coin. Let me just... That looked cool. Let me just hop my way down there. See ya, Skeeter. Nice to meet ya. Anyways, yeah, Retro World. Not that bad of a level when you actually do it properly. Quick race to downtown. You know where we're going for this one. Not too sure why I even lowered the water that low. But now I think about it, it does allow me to try something. There we go. Hey, you! Shut me up there, buddy. Right into the coins. Exactly how I like it. Get away from me. Oh. That's why I actually recording this just as I've recovered, so I'm actually surprised that was the first cough I made. Wait. Actually, yeah, I think the game is trying to tell me that I probably should have the water level up.
No, I missed.
Oh, good thing I did. Moving the mic, apologies for that. Let me get up there. I know there's actually kind of a way you can do this without the cannon, but actually then again, it's actually with the water level up. In fact, I guess you could probably show this right now. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna up the water level and see if it reaches where I want it to reach. No, there is one more up there. Well, I guess it just lost me for the cannon, so let me just make my way there. Also, whoever played that sound effect, don't think I didn't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. Mario says hi.
You missed a 20-minute monologue of me talking about my Mario history, as I promised.
Yeah, and I was eating lunch.
Oh, so wait, so that means you did hear me?
No, I wasn't here. Remember when I was asking you about what package opened?
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, at the time I was already out for lunch. I already ordered my stuff.
Well, welcome, you're in the video.
I'm aware. I can read. That and the fact that I might have pissed up Ace a little bit. Let's just say that we were having stupidity moments.
What do you do?
Oh, he wanted to test me out. I just want to, torture him with my moon.
Of course you do. Anyways,
Hey, he tortured me with a Zuma first.
Oh, that's true. Anyways, we saw that switch earlier, and I think I know what the game wants me to do. Not bog it to the wall. The game wants me to race to there, hit the switch, and make my way downtown to the other side, because that block we saw is gonna help me with getting up there. So backflip, oh, well, not really backflip, and star. Oh, star. There we go.
Ground pound.
Grab pound allows me to get the star easily. And that, my friend, is a quick race through downtown. And believe it or not, I just could have went dry world in an instant. So let's move on to the next world. Why not? Which one was it? I think it's this one. Yeah, the very small painting that you wouldn't expect to be a level. Telltale Mountain. Time to scale the mountain. And by the way, no, there's no wing cap at this level. What I do know is there is actually a shortcut. Before that, though, let me read the sign. Get a good run up the slope. Do you remember the long jump? Run, press E, then jump. Yeah, that's gonna be very mandatory, as we'll see later. But what I do know is there's a very nice trick around here in this level. There's one up here. Jump up the ledge, and you skip quite a bit of the level, making up way up there. Now I'm just gonna make my way up there, avoid the monkey, avoid the fry guy, and use this log to roll my way to the other side. There is a star down there, we're gonna get that later. Oh, sign? What are you saying? High winds ahead! Pull your cap down tight. If it blows off, you'll have to find it on this mountain. High winds ahead. I think I know what the game's telling me about, but to be honest, the sign might as well not be there. And I'll explain why in a moment.
I will laugh if a ball lands on your head.
See that cloud? That's what they're talking about, but that cloud is no nuisance at all. It doesn't even blow that much. Alright, this right here I had to be careful, because I've had fallen down here before. Oops. Let's moonwalk our way through. You see there's a
moonwalking.
Reverse moonwalking. Anyways, you saw that
Also not reverse walking.
You saw that star there. We're also gonna grab that in a moment, but you can see there's a lot of stars in plain sight. We saw 2 already on the way up here, and that's another one of them. But of course, we hear the word "scale the mountain." That's kind of what you think of. Mystery of the monkey cage. I guess I'm not doing any of those easy to spot stars yet. Instead, I'm gonna jump into the water. No, let me do the same shortcut.
Go in the water. You need a shower.
I just showered just now.
I'm talking to Mario.
Okay. Oh, that was close. I'll be honest, I did this section so many times before, to the point where I kind of already know what to do. Just gotta be careful with your movement, and you're good to go. Plus, we saw the cannonballs here earlier, I just want to be careful.
You gotta get hit by the ball. The ball's gonna land like that.
Nah, after a certain point, the cannonballs do stop. So that's kind of why I was okay with that. Oh, no. Yeah, there was a wind I was talking about, but again, not really that detrimental if you know what you're doing. That block is for something. Oh, it's just to get these coins, but I believe it also is... Yeah, there's a star down there, but if I'm not mistaken, Yeah, that's also for that block down there to get that star down there, which we'll get next episode. But that said, let me slowly do this again. I guess you can say Mario Vision does help as well with this. So honestly, if you're Mario Vision really does help a lot. In fact, this playthrough that's kind of what's gotten me to try Mario Vision out. It's actually very helpful. Anyways, grab this monkey. Ah, let me go. I was only teasing. Can't you take a joke? I'll tell you what. Let's trade. If you let me go, I'll give you something really good. How about it? Hold on. No, actually free him, because if you hold on, I believe he will take your cap. So follow him downstairs to that cage we saw earlier. I'm gonna use this angle to help me out. And we're gonna settle down here and wait for this monkey. It's gonna take the cage, spin it, and drop down there. And you drop down too, because that's where the star is. So drop it into the water, take a shower like what Patrick said, and star!
Me, why did Mario scream just now?
Because he was falling from a high height.
Yeah, he's not falling to his death. There's water down there.
He'll always do that when you fall from a high height. Fall from a fight height.
Good. Can you English?
Not really well considered, still sick. To an extent.
Okay.
With that said, that's gonna be it for now. That's my 30 minutes. Next time on Super Mario 64, we'll head back into Tall Tall Mountain and potentially clear all the stars there. There were 2 in plain sight. And of course, we'll move on to the 3rd floor, finally. Or do we? Guess we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow? No. When will this episode be uploaded? Next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, but remember, the adrenaline rush is real. This is the Epic 121 starting out. I'll catch you guys in episode 13 of my Let's Play of Super Mario 64. Peace!
So not tomorrow. GG confused tomorrow and then next week.
No comment.